Holy cow. So it's time for the insulated mug showdown. In my hands I have a Yeti, which is 20 ounces. This is a Hydro Flask, which is 22. This is the DrinkTanks, that is 16 ounces that I got in the recent Karen box. And this is an RTIC. No, it is not called RTIC, it's called RTIC. So as you can tell, all four of these cups are different colors. The RTIC and the Yeti are both 20 ounces. The Hydro Flask is 22 and this is 16 ounces. Now, when doing a test like this, there's a lot of variables. In 2 videos ago, I mentioned the word thermodynamics. It's a big word. I know the meaning. I'm not going to explain it here, but basically what it is how air affects heat transfer or how it affects insulation, so to speak, in this particular case. So one of the things that people do, and I've seen other videos on how people do these kinds of tests, they take a bunch of ice cubes, they throw them in the cups, and then they wait 4 hours and they measure up which one melted more. That's a really inaccurate way to do that. The reason why is that those ice cubes can lay a different way in those particular cups and mugs, and basically more air can get to certain parts of the cube and melt it quicker. So air is an enemy to ice. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 10 ounces of water. I'm going to fill all 4 of these cups up with 10 ounces of water. I'm going to put them in the freezer overnight. When I wake up the next morning, they will all have pretty much the same circumference of ice on top. It's non-negligible of how much difference there is in circumference of these mugs, but that will take one of the variables out. So they'll all have kind of this equal circumference of air hitting the ice at one particular time. Now I'm going to do this in a room, probably the garage to be honest with you, that doesn't get any light, that doesn't get any wind flow. That'll take another variable out. And then there's going to be no tops on any of these things because the tops might be insulated in a different manner. I really just kind of want the open air to hit it. And I'm going to do it for 4 hours. Hopefully I can come back and there's still ice and everything, but that's my plan. Now you're going to have to trust me that I'm going to put 10 ounces in each one. I'm not pulling for a particular brand. I did mention that I drink only out of Yetis, so hopefully those win because I pay for those things. Sit tight. This is part 1 of the video. This is all going to be one video, but this is the night before. Let's see what happens. Hey, what's going on? It is the day after the cups are all frozen over completely, giving us that equal surface area. Like I said last night, the difference in the circumference is really not going to play that much of a difference. It's so small, it's negligible. And so what I'm going to do is, it's about 3 o'clock right now, I'm going to let these sit for 4 hours, close the garage door, and the way that I'm going to measure this kind of, I guess, experiment or contest or whatever, or showdown, is that I'm actually going to weigh everything on this scale. So I'll zero out the scale, I'll pour water out of these 4 mugs, and then basically whoever melts the least will kind of win. And like I said, I'm not putting the tops on these things again. I think this is a fair way to do it. They've been sitting overnight, they're completely and totally frozen, so let's see what happens. I'll check on them in 2 hours. If there's enough melt, I'll do the 2 hour, but I'm looking for 4 hours, so 7 o'clock. See you later. Okay, it's about 7 o'clock right now. We are going to do the test of the water. I'm going to turn this scale on, and then I'm going to zero this out. Okay, it is zeroed out right now. First, we are going to start with the green one, which is the Hydro Flask. And I'm going to put the tops on them right now to measure this. And all of these still have ice in them. Okay, there's 8.8 grams of water that came out of that one. Just want you to see too, I'm going to dry these out after each one. Zero it out again. Let's go with the RTIC. Here's the cap for it. Okay, 7.55 grams. Next up is the DrinkTanks. $7.25 came out of that. Zero it out again. And last but not least, the Yeti. Oh God, I hope this one wins. Whoa. Well, that's not good. 10. And I've been saying grams, but it's actually ounces. Holy cow. So definitely not what I was expecting. The fact that the Yeti lost in such a phenomenal fashion, 10 ounces compared to the winner, which, believe it or not, was the DrinkTanks. Now, this is my test on this, and this is my take on it. Now, if I had put the lids on it, we might have gotten different results, but that was kind of the way that I wanted to do it. I thought it was the fairest way, because what you're buying those mugs for are the insulation of the mug. You're not buying it necessarily for the lid, or maybe you are and I just don't know that. So Yeti lost. Now, all that being said, I'm still going to buy Yetis because of the branding, because of the imaging behind the brand, and how it associates to what I love to do for a living and fishing, and plus I've drank out of them for years. So Yeti lost. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll do another one of these tests, kind of like a rematch, and we'll put the lids on and we'll do the ice cube test. But you know, I talked about thermodynamics. That is a facet of thermodynamics. It played against me, I think, actually, because I did want Yeti to win, to be honest with you. That's the video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give a big thumbs up, share this one, subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget about the giveaway. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.